I'm working from home. And one of the things as a children's librarian, I'm concerned about kids who aren't going to school. And I have been in correspondence with the people who I had been with at the Bologna Ragazzi, which is a award given for the best picture book of the year. And a group of judges from all over the world come together, and we came together in Bologna in February. Well, so I come home, go back to work, and within a week or so, I'm starting to get instant messages from the people I knew, still know, the instant messages from the people in Italy about the coronavirus and how was I feeling, because people were getting sick. And another week went past, and in northern Italy, where this was starting to really become a terrible thing, they started closing the schools and asking people to stay home. And during that period of time, I was in correspondence with my friends in Italy. And then now, I guess, a little more than 3 weeks ago, I got a message from a woman who's a preschool teacher. So they had already been at home with their children for about 3 weeks. Think about it. If you're at home with preschoolers, you've read all the picture books in your house. And she showed me a video of herself reading aloud a book on camera, showing the pictures of the book and reading aloud, and said she was sending it to her students, the families of her students. And I thought, well, I know a lot of children's book people. I bet they would love to read aloud a book. I'll tell them how to do it really slowly so the Italian teachers and the parents could do the translations. Seemed like a good idea at the time. And I went on Facebook and I tagged a whole bunch of people and asked them to do this. And then I got an email back from a publisher saying, oh, not really happy you did this, because there's copyright concerns. Even if the author is reading their own book, the copyright for publication and presentation is with the publisher. Oh, sorry. But I still thought it was a good idea. So I changed my posting and my request to books that are out of print. Well, the United States was starting to have issues in California, in Oregon, in New York City, in New York. And all of a sudden, people are on Facebook, teachers begging these creators for permission to keep reading aloud to the child. I'm in the middle of Edward Tulane. Can I still read to my children, my classes, and things like that? And so publishers were suddenly clued in that they better put together a policy. At exactly the same time, Rosemary Wells writes to a whole bunch of publishers, because she's published by a lot of people, we should be doing something about this. We should be reading aloud to children. And she is really the queen of read it aloud. If you've ever heard the phrase, read to your bunny 20 minutes a day, that's Rosemary Wells. So her publisher connected me and Rosemary, and there was this ad hoc group of about 30 publishing people and artists and writers and editors and marketing people. And we had a Zoom meeting to talk about how to consolidate these materials that people were creating, how to let people know what they're allowed to do, and connect up teachers and librarians and parents with read alouds. And at exactly the same time, Mo Willems, who is down at the Smithsonian right now, it's an artist in residence, was providing every noon a drawing lesson and reading aloud and being with kids. So we have this amazing community of children's book people coming together through the internet, through Facebook, through Zoom, through Twitter, through Instagram. And so it turned out to be a really good idea to consolidate. And what we're doing is we're aggregating these resources, and it's a wide scope. It started out just reading, authors reading aloud, illustrators reading aloud. Now it's workshops. Katie Camillo has a writing workshop, and every week she gives a prompt. And I'm telling you, I'm doing it. So the first one was a letter to someone. So it, you know, just sit down 2 pages. And so every morning, I'm doing it, Kate. I'm doing it. Because I think that as scary as this all is, let's look to the good. I think it was Mr. Rogers that says, look to the people who are the helpers. And librarians and teachers are helping. And how lucky are we?